I guess I should do stream with things, right? We do stream with things here, right? That's the thing we do, right? I think so. Everything's working as intended. I'm gonna guess so. Alright. We're gonna... This one? Are we... We're not showing Minecraft? Why? I hate when this does this. No, stop. Just... Okay. I don't like it when it does whatever it's doing. What is it doing? I don't know. Let's see, audio sources. There's something that isn't right. That Microsoft Edge? Why? Okay, I don't want... I don't want Spotify to be playing, actually. I'm fine with Spotify not playing. I wanna... Shut up. I swear, YouTube live stream is kind of wacky. If I... What? How good is that volume? I can't even... I don't even know. I check my Twitch. Actually, let me check it on my phone so y'all can't hear it. Well, I mean, you probably might be able to hear it. I don't know. Let me check. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I still can't tell if the volume is right. Like, I feel like if I talk over it, you can't really hear it that well, but at the same time, I don't know if that's good or not. I'm still trying to test this. Hang on. This is taking me longer than I wanted it to. Testing, testing. I'd say that's decent enough. I don't really want to mess with it any further. Alright, Caster Labs. You are probably needed. Probably. It's really up for debate. Gonna... This should be fine. I don't... Yeah, that should be just fine. Well, I guess we should actually play the block game a little bit here. I don't want to be too mean to whoever's house this is. I'm on a realm right now. I'm not on anything super fancy, but I was helping out. Oh, but I wasn't really helping out. But I was hanging out with Ollie. If you don't know who Ollie is, just one of my buddies, one of my mates, friend of Stash. If you don't know who Stash is, he's a streamer. I'd recommend checking him out. He's pretty cool. He's chill. I don't know. You probably won't catch me in there very often, but from time to time. But yeah, I've just been kind of helping him out a little bit. Not when I'm not been helping him out. I've just been hanging around. We were playing Apex earlier, Apex Legends, and then I guess got a little bit burnt out of it for the day, and then hopped on Minecraft on his realm. He apparently has a realm. I had no idea of such thing. Ooh, look, sulfur in sulfur slice. Does that say slice? That's a slice. Look, guys, I'm rich. But no. Give me that back. I need the sticks. What happened? What did I do with them? There they are. How's everybody doing, by the way? I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a quiet day. It's technically day. Those of you that's in California, it's not day yet, but or I guess those of you that are in, what is it, CET or CT? Yeah, Central. No, not Central Time. It's WT, Western Standard Time. WST? I don't know. They're all not in the next day yet, I guess. I don't really know what I could be doing right now. I could be going mining. Probably should. I need to get, like, actual cobblestone and, collect some materials for that. I just haven't been. I'll take some arrows. I've got sticks, so I can actually, I can actually just make a full bow right now. Just, it's a little bit of protection. I don't really use the bow that much, to be honest. So, like, I don't know how much that's really gonna help me, but we'll see. So, obviously, in new Minecraft, we can actually, screw the helmet. In new Minecraft, we can make copper tools, which sounds really interesting putting them. That's fun. I like that. I enjoy that. Made me happy. But yeah, let's see. I think this would be fine. I'm just gonna leave this here. If I die, I die. Actually, if I die, let me put the iron away just so I don't lose the iron specifically. Because I could probably always get more iron. And I am also going to take at least one more pickaxe, because I don't want to end up kind of without a pick. That's an axe. I swear I play this game, like, well. I swear I'm not, like, a noob at this game. Um, let's take some coal too. Might as well. I'm gonna take this extra crafting table. And I'm going to take a furnace if I can. I guess I'll make a furnace. I'm gonna just go mining and try to get my own stuff for a little bit. Get some cobblestone, get some iron, copper, maybe a couple diamonds. I don't know. I don't really know what my plan is as of now. I think I should just get a decent amount of iron and then come back up. I don't really need the gold. I don't really need the I don't really need the diamonds either. I mean, I would like the diamonds, but I don't really need that. I kind of just want, um, what was I gonna say? I kind of just want, I was trying to find a cave, but now I can't find any, so I don't know. I kind of want to just, like, once I get up with a bunch of, like, cobblestone, probably some tough and probably some deep slate, I want to work on a house of some sort. I don't know if Matt and Ollie would appreciate me being over on this little settlers island. Maybe they will, maybe they won't mind, I don't know. Because I kind of did just I wouldn't say invite myself, but Ollie so graciously just invited me on without asking Matt's permission first, so you know, I don't wanna intrude on the land, but also I don't know. Maybe I'll just build like some little tiny hut thing or whatever. I don't know. Um Going towards here because I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for. I was, like I said, I was really kind of hoping for a cave, and not like some dumb. That's certainly a cave. Yeah, I was really hoping for like a cave, and not some dumb, like hole in the ground, like a little itty bitty pit. Not like that, you know. So I really would appreciate something that's not that. I should have gotten a sword, but I think it's a little bit too late for that. No. Also, maybe it would have helped if I grabbed a shield, but I'll roll with this. I think it's ow! I can't believe I just kind of biffed that. You know, not even a few seconds into this cave, and I'm already like damaging myself a lot and using up way more food than I need to use. Okay, we are connected to YouTube chat and we are connected to Twitch chat. To anybody that is watching, welcome in. I hope you're having a nice night or a nice morning or whatever time of day it is for you. Hope y'all are doing okay and surviving. Just living life how it is. I kind of want to turn on shaders, but I feel like that's going to be too much. I don't know. My computer's not the greatest when it comes to things like that. I feel like, especially because I'm pretty sure I'm updating something right now. Like, I don't know. My computer isn't super fancy. Wish, wish it was. Maybe I would have been streaming more, but who knows? I don't know. I mean, would I have streamed the countless times that I've been playing Ark with Nordic? Heck yeah, absolutely. It's just, I don't know. My computer doesn't really like it when I stream Ark, just because of how performance heavy Ark is. Especially because, like, before it, I guess, got a bunch of, performance upgrades to the base game itself, it almost didn't run on my computer, like, at all. And then, like, after, like, what, a year of it being out, I think it actually finally came to its senses and was like, you know what? We're gonna give you a break and we're gonna actually run. But I don't think I still don't think it actually likes me streaming on it. And I totally would have streamed Ark with Nordic if I could, but I really I really don't. And I honestly, I really would rather not stream if my quality isn't going to be the best. Like, I know I don't have to stream with the best quality. I know I don't have to be, like, the most professional, but, like, for me, it kind of annoys me a bit if it's not, like, not, not, like, decent quality. Like, it annoys me if it's, like, not good quality. Like, I couldn't care if, like, you know, it's Minecraft and, like, you know, maybe there's some, stutters here and there, or I don't know. If it's not watchable for me, then I feel like it's not watchable for a lot of people. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe people don't care about the performance. They just want to hear the convos. I don't know. But, like, Minecraft, it's an easy game to stream just because it doesn't take a lot to stream Minecraft. Maybe it does take a lot to stream Minecraft. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Also, like, I'm not going to be able to actually stream with Nordic for the next 2 Wednesdays on Arc because I've been scheduled for work almost every single Wednesday for the past 4 weeks, and I'm starting to miss it a little bit because I kind of have a hard time finding time to actually do something on Arc because I feel like a lot of people, obviously, that like watching the Arc content, they do not watch the actual well, they don't watch my side obviously because I don't stream, but my side whenever we play Arc with Nordic, my side is mostly just kind of running around and not doing much of anything. Honestly, I kind of just do that and chat with Nordic for about uh 4 hours, and actually, like, I don't know. And also, I kind of feel maybe, yeah, maybe it is just me, but I kind of feel a little bit awkward since it is just me and Nordic, and I'm not streaming because I feel like it would be a lot better of an experience if I was streaming too, because then at least you get to see two POVs of what all is happening. Because then, like, you know, then Nordic could actually get some good clips off of, like, my channel, or, like, you know, you probably would feel a lot better about, like, you know, shouting me out during his streams, because, you know, I'm actually streaming, because, I don't know, I find myself busy with work a lot, and I also find myself enjoying my work more than streaming itself. Because, like, you know, if you knew me, kind of like towards the beginning of everything, I used to be, you know, a huge, like, I was, big on streaming. It was, like, my favorite of all thing to do. It was just something that I could genuinely enjoy. I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't really have a whole lot on my hands back then, because, like, you know, I was still in high school. I was um, I didn't have a job, so like most of it I had the time to actually do, or like I actually had time to stream, but I don't have that anymore. And maybe yeah, maybe I don't enjoy streaming as much just because I don't have the time, but like I don't. Maybe I'm crazy. Also, am kind of curious, like, what are all the commands that I can use here? Are these all just my commands? These are all just, yeah, those are all just my own commands. Can't really do much. I didn't know. Actually, let me check this too. Okay, I didn't know. I was wondering maybe Ollie had uh, some sort of mod, or not mod pack, but data pack that changed the way how the game works. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think, what, trigger objective? No, there's no objectives to trigger. That's fine. I know that a lot of my streamer friends still stream, and honestly, that's respectable. And I know that a lot of people would totally stream full time if they could. Not one of them technically does, but not technically also. I mean, Nordic, he day jobs, so like he day trades, so like he has a decent amount of time after he's done trading for the day. It's not like he has all the time in the world, but he certainly has more. He's definitely more fortunate than others, I guess, when it comes to that. So like, I don't know. In some ways, that makes me jealous because he's also able to afford like a whole lot more time than like if I did. I don't know. That's just I'm just japping at this point now. I don't. But I don't know. I think I just wanted to do this stream just because I needed something to do. Uh, and it's like the first time in a while where I actually kind of felt like streaming. The problem is my times to feel like I want to stream are really inconsistent. Um, it's not that like it's not like I don't have time to stream because like I can make time if I wanted to. Like there are several times where I'm doing nothing but like watching something on my computer or a TV. I'm just chilling, and like that time could totally be used for streaming or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't because I just don't feel like it. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to talk about like how I feel about streaming now comparative to like before, cause like I said, if you knew me back then, I was all about streaming. I did 12-hour streams almost like religiously. Like those were like my big main events, and I was always like so excited for them. And even if some of them didn't even like work out, like imagine like because like I had a pretty bad computer when I first started. I got a better one later, but like wasn't all that better. But like I got really excited to do 12-hour streams, and I would pull them off. I think I pulled off like 3 official 24-hour streams. I've done a couple, not 12-hour, 24 hours, sorry. I definitely pulled off like some unofficial 12-hour streams on accident just because I was just enjoying being live. Um, and I remember Back when I used to stream, I met this friend who, thankfully, I'm still friends with today. I, we don't really talk much, but she is always there for me if I need it. And I appreciate that, even though she has a pretty hectic life herself. But she will always be my bestie through and through, no matter what. I remember, and like, I think she was like the only one that I like really hung out with like almost every single day for like hours on end. And I really shouldn't have, because like, I had high school. Just kidding. I mean, yeah, I did have school, but like, it was during COVID time when I started streaming, so like, I don't think anybody like really cared about school that much. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but like, I just remember. I guess I remember the good stuff, because I mean, there probably were ups and downs, and we probably, went through thick and thin a lot. But she was always, supportive there. Just, I remember staying up all night. Like, I would I would wake up. I would wake up at 7 a.m. 7 or it was either 7 or 6 a.m. and like it was really early in the morning. Sometimes it would even be 5. But I'd always wake up super early just so I could catch her before she went to bed. Because she's Australian. And I remember when I met her, her time zone was literally 12 hours apart from me. So, like, whatever time it was for me, it'd just be the opposite. Like, it was either AM or PM. It's just different. They intertwined, like, they interchanged. But, yeah, I remember, um, waking up just so I could catch her before she went offline. We would hang out for a bit, we would talk, before, one, I had to go to school, and two, she had to go to bed. There was play on our server, because I had my own server back then. It was called Atlantis SMP, and it was the server that I started my streaming career. Not career, but like, I started streaming on. And that's, I guess, not really how I met her, but like, I was friends with this one guy, this one streamer. Maybe friends, I don't know. I don't know if he would consider us friends. I would. But I was friends with this one guy, and that's where I met her, because like she was also happened to be a smaller streamer who, you know, was you know, a supporter streamer of another streamer. You know, streamers small streamers gotta stick together, am I right? But yeah. I guess I met her off of there, and then I guess she also ended up raiding me once. While I was doing, I think it was a 24, it was, yeah, it was one of my official 24-hour streams. She raided me, and then, like, I invited her to the server, because, like, heck yeah. Well, I wanted more people on my server. I mean, absolutely, I would love to have more people on it, in my social group, my social little server. And then, like, obviously, she joined after well, I mean, obviously it was 24 hours, and I think I was only through, like, my 3rd hour, maybe? And then, like, when she woke up, I was still alive, and she's like, oh, dang, I didn't realize you were doing 24 hours. Um, so she joined, we played for a little bit, and then once my 24-hour stream ended, uh, we kind of chatted a little bit after stream. I did, I don't know, we kind of just started yapping. yapping about things and whatnot. That like kind of became like our thing. Like we would, like I said, I would wake up super early, and then um, just to talk to her, and then like once she had to go to bed and I had to go to school, um, I would stay up. Yes, stay up. I would stay up at until 3 a.m. It was either it was in between 12 to 3 a.m. It really, I mean, sometimes I just wouldn't even sleep at all. But like, like when I say I didn't care about school, I literally didn't care about school much at all, which I probably should have. But I mean, I just had so much fun hanging out with her, and literally all we did was kind of like build for a little bit, while yapping, and then once we were done building for a little bit, we would just sit down. Like there was, I mean, obviously there was this like slash trigger sit command, and we used that to actually like be able to sit on like surfaces and stuff. So we used that, and then we would just like sit there for like hours on end, just talking, yapping about anything, and I guess that's how we became like super close. Dude, this fucking skeleton. Like, go away. And nowhere better to be. I like this skeleton won't leave me alone. I want them to leave me alone. The problem is like my arrows don't always connect. Like it lags. Because I mean I am on better service, so like it makes sense as to why it does that. But like fuck. God dang it, man. Okay. Good. That skelly man is dead. But yeah, like that was just kind of like our thing, and like I'm just glad that I, met her and was able to actually like, connect with her. And we became like best buds. And even with that, Australian distance, obviously like, literally was 12 hours on the opposite, well, not exactly the opposite end of the world, but like it was pretty close. I mean, I would call it the opposite end of the, opposite side of the world just because we were 12 hours apart. And I know that's not necessarily how like, geography works, but like it was pretty dang close, and you know, that was like one of the best parts about COVID. Like obviously, yeah, a lot of people hated COVID, and honestly, the more I look back at it, like I used to say like, yeah, COVID was great. It was my highlight of, everything, but I mean there was also a lot of bad things about COVID that I regret, the decisions I made during, the era of COVID. Obviously, like I said, there are things that I probably should have done that I didn't do because, like, I thought COVID, oh yeah, it's a free excuse to do whatever. Because, like, during COVID, I guess I shut myself off from the world. Um, I was one of those people that emoed out. I got long hair, and I hid it because I didn't want to cut it. I was like right in front of my face, just to tell people like leave me alone and whatnot. Um, it was just a whole thing. But I think also when I started streaming, it gave me that kind of boost of confidence that I needed to kind of move forward with life. I don't know if that makes like any sense, but obviously I was pretty introverted way back then. I mean, like, not pretty, just like I was very introverted. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't like talking to anybody. But I think starting stream, like just pressing that start button was probably like the start stream button was probably like the one of the best decisions that I could have ever made. Cause like I think that I would have been a whole lot different of a person had I not pressed that button. Cause I was pretty introverted when I started, but I used streaming as an outlet to socialize, to kind of condition myself to meeting new people, and even if it wasn't like face to face, it slowly kind of became face to like, being able to be more social, be more, you know, open to talking to new people, meeting new people. Cause like, yeah, not everybody's terrible. Not, I don't know. Streaming was a good outlet for me. It gave me a more boost of confidence to be more social and be, yeah, well, not yappy, but like, I don't even know if I'm like using the right words that I should be using right now. I'm just kind of like talking and hoping that something makes sense. But like, I don't know. When after I started streaming, I met new people, I made new friends, and then I guess I started to be a lot more social like in real life as well after that. And then now I'm like, I'm so excited to meet new people and just, new and like-minded people just to kind of hang out with, talk with. Um it's just like one of those like amazing things to just be able to, you know, be able to do, be able to have just because like it wasn't always like that. Is that like, yeah, like I said before, like I was talking before, like COVID was not everybody's best years. Um and it wasn't just me that, you know, made decisions that they probably later regretted or whatnot. And I know people wanted to go back to their lives, probably get hired from a new job because they probably got laid off, or wanted to go back to school because they missed socializing and whatnot. But it was honestly a really good opportunity for me to kind of grow as a person because everybody moved to online. And so I met a whole lot more people than I guess I do now through streaming. Because like now you can stream and you'd be pretty lucky to meet someone to get to talk to and to get to talk to every single day too. Um, that would happen to leave a follow and come back the next stream. I don't get that anymore. Just because it's not COVID time. I used to get that a lot during COVID time, but because people have their own lives now, it makes more sense for them to be not as you know consistent, I guess, which is fair, honestly. Life gets busy, and that's just how it is sometimes. It's completely understandable. But yeah, I do miss COVID times, but I also don't. Like, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad I got that boost of confidence that I needed. But if it was me, I don't know if I would want to go, like, quote unquote, go back to COVID. I feel like that would certainly like ruin a lot of things for a lot of people, and nobody needs that. Okay, I kind of want to build a house, but like I don't really know what exactly I should do. I know while I'm at it, just go ahead and harvest some of the spruce trees over here. Wouldn't hurt. Oh, yeah, wouldn't hurt. I'm kind of surprised that I ended up over there somehow. Like I traveled a cave down there and I just managed to make my way across over there, which is pretty interesting. I definitely don't think I expected that. Like I kind of forgot that I came from over there and I ended up like out somewhere over there. I had a lot of great memories on Minecraft, but I guess a lot of iffy memories on Minecraft. There's been times where it's just been like, but there's also been times where it's not been too bad. What's up? What's up, bird boy? Hell no. I love that. Should be my new username. I change it from JTV Jbirder to bird boy. Hell no. See how many people comment about it now. Hey Death, how's it going? I am not feeling too tired, so I guess I just started streaming. I'm playing Minecraft right now. You should be like the LARP tubers. No, man. I don't. It's just clowning on the dead. I don't like it. It's fucked up, if you ask me. The car currently going back home from vacation. Nice. Where vacation did you go? To beach? To mountain? To hiking? To camping? To different area of Slovakia? Croatia? Fun. Did you enjoy your nice little... what's it called? Your nice little getaway. Pretty good. Good to be home soon, though. Yeah, I bet. It's always nice to, like, kind of be able to sleep in your own bed for once. Man, I haven't been able to sleep in my own bed in forever. I don't... I'm still not used to sleeping here, to be honest. It's, too quiet, I guess. I don't know. the Spain versus France game went well. We I say we, but I'm not part of. I mean, Spain's local from here. I can say we. We won 2-0, which was pretty freaking incredible, mind you. Like, France isn't a, an easy team to beat. Like, they're pretty good. I think we just got a pretty lucky, I guess, in the first half, and I guess they felt really defeated and kind of fumbled the rest of the game. I was like, man, dude, we had. I was like 4 shots on it to actually went in. I mean, technically there was a third goal that, if not for the offside rule, it would have been 3. No, but I'm not too fussed about it. I think well, I know the England versus Argentina game is going to be a very interesting game. I'm excited. Well, I'll say excited, but I'm eager. Offside rule is kind of stupid. I don't know what the hell is the offside rule, anyways. It's a please don't look it up and be nerdy on me. I know what the offside rule is. It's just a joke because it's stupid as you know, as all hell. But I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I'm eager to know who we're gonna verse in the finals. I kind of like I don't know. I'm pushing. I would like to verse Argentina because I know if we verse Argentina, then we've got a pretty strong chance to win. Spain does, but biasly, I kind of want England to win against Argentina, just because if England wins, then I get to talk shit if Spain wins against England to all my British friends, and I get to feel proud of myself. Like, because I've got, I don't know if you've ever met them, Death, but I've got 2 British friends that like I played with way back in the day. Macaulay and Liam. They were OGs, bro. They were there before I even started streaming. They were my besties. And I've been actually talking to them again recently just because of this game, and I've been talking shit to them. Been talking trash because they're not gonna win the World Cup. But like, I kind of hope that, because like I wasn't expecting them to beat Norway, but I think Norway kind of fumbled the ball, their last match. To be fair, but now I'm really kind of hoping that England versus Spain, and hoping that Spain ends up winning anyways. So that way I can talk more shit to my friends. It'd be great. Just have better rotations like Rocket League. No need for offside rule. Well, that's the problem, is that nobody knows how to rotate in Rocket League anyways. So, I ain't your bestie. You're not my British bestie. You're not from England. You're not a Brit. I've got a lot of besties. I think Cadex is more of a more my Slovakian bestie though. I'm just saying. I am British at heart. I don't know about that. If you want to be sure, you're an honorary Brit, but you ain't my British bestie. I ain't my Slovakian bestie either. You're just my music bestie. Cadex is my Slovakian bestie. Just put salt on the wound. I just scratched that. They put beans on toast. I will say that is one of the horrid things that they do. I never did that when I was there. I used to like pick off the beans from the toast if it was ever served. I'm like, I don't want soggy bread. Nobody wants soggy bread. It's gross. But I'm because like I work today or tomorrow technically. I mean, if I went to bed, it would be tomorrow, but I'm not going to bed, so it's technically today. I mean, maybe I'll go to bed. I don't know, but I've got work, and because it's going to be a slow day, and I'm working a slow job tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching the Argentina versus England game, and I kind of do really hope that England wins, just so it's Spain versus England and we take home the cup. Because honestly, if we end up taking home the cup, that's actually going to do our city, like my city itself, like not Spain city. It would do my city and my community like so many favors because I feel like where I live, it doesn't really get a good rep. And when it was announced that Spain was being hosted here in my city, everybody was complaining about like, oh, imagine being like one of the top like contenders for the FIFA World Cup and being hosted in a city that is like not technically counted as a city, which to be fair, it's called a city, but it isn't really technically a city. At least isn't a major one. But like if we ended up winning, like heck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. I would love that. So far we're doing so good. We're in the finals now, so that's something. Um and at least we've got a day to rest, I believe, or 2 days. I can't remember when the finals are. But yeah. It's just I'm both anxious and nervous and also eager and excited. I'm feeling all emotions at once on a football game that I normally would never care about. But like I don't know, I feel like this year has been such a crazy year to kind of like support the FIFA World Cup. Not only because I'm a little bit more versed in what the hell is going on, but also like because it connects to me a lot more than it previously would have. Like every other normal day, you'd get like a big top contender for the FIFA World Cup to be hosted in Memphis, maybe Atlanta, not my local city. So like to have that happen is kind of crazy. What server am I on? I'm just on a realm. I'm on Ollie's realm right here. I was hanging out with Ollie yesterday. And we were playing Apex for a little bit, and we were just like hanging out, playing ranked, playing regular modes, all that. And then we got bored of Apex, and he just invited me on his realm, and we just kind of started talking, started yapping about um, film stuff, yapping about Minecraft stuff. I told him my plans for, well, if things pan out, like my plans for the server, the Cobble server right now. But I'm gonna honestly, to be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just jumping around. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm procrastinating again. Oh no, I was talking earlier about like how like oh yeah, Minecraft used to be like my thing. It used to be the thing that I was always on, the thing that I would always stream. It was the thing that kind of jump started my I wouldn't say career. That's that's a bad term for it. But like, you know, I would say it changed my life. Not by a lot. It didn't save me from like, you know, inevitable doom. I wouldn't go that far. But like streaming was a big part of I guess who I am now. I was like talking about like, oh yeah, I used to stream all the time and I used to like, you know, plan stuff out. I used to actually be able to do stuff on Minecraft, and now I'm kind of just like rummaging around in my inventory figuring out what to do. I don't know, it's just like it's like kind of like that same thing with like streaming. Like, yeah, I could be I was saying like, yeah, I could stream me playing Ark with Nordic just to get a second POV, but I don't. And the only reason I think like the only reason why I don't is just because my computer can't really. My computer is not like me streaming Ark Survival Ascended and yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't like it. Um, it stutters a lot. It lags my game itself a lot, and it's just kind of like that thing. It's just like if I'm not enjoying it, then I don't think anybody else would. So I've just stopped doing that. At the same time, like streaming Minecraft or anything else that I have been streaming just hasn't been as enjoyable. I just haven't been enjoying like enjoying streaming. Like I try to start a new like channel and whatnot just to kind of like get that feeling back. But even then, that doesn't work. I don't know. People could suggest community in-game events, but then the community would vote on whose event is next. That would be a good idea. I thought you were gonna just like put like a generic suggestion box, because like if we put a generic suggestion box, then you're gonna have that same situation that Pokey doesn't fucking read the announcement, and he suggests like a whole list of mods like 24 hours after I had already said I'm done taking your suggestions. And then it like breaks the thing for everybody. I don't know. It would be cool to have like actual events. I was actually getting a lot of feedback from Ollie about what the new server should be, and I was actually liking a lot of it. Cause like him and I were talking while we were just like kind of chilling and doing stuff on his realm. Um, we are kind of talking about like how uh what could be of this new server, cause like he was telling me like yeah you could make it to where, cause like I know what made Atlantis season one, I should say, last as long as it did, activity wise, was the fact that like the pacing wasn't instant. Like I I actually told people in that server that joined, hey, this island that we have right here is the only place where you can build your base. And then also we're also not fighting the dragon until I say that we can fight the dragon. And so that made the pacing like really honestly really nice. Cause like you had people making paths to everywhere that you could possibly ever go. You had people making trident pools just to travel a little bit faster. Not too fast, but a little bit faster. You had like a network of like, you know, trident pools. Um but then also like it made you more immersed in like what was around, because like Ollie and I have like the same kind of mindset for builds. Like you could build a really cool big base and like it looks really cool, but like I think what makes I think what makes a build great is a bunch of tiny builds that you can kind of enjoy from the ground up, that makes like this one like huge like really cool immersive area, if that makes any sense. But yeah, like I think having actual events, that's a good suggestion. I wouldn't put like a a generic default suggestion box, because I feel like if there were to be one, it would have to be like only event suggestions, or like um like in-game project suggestions. Like let's say people wanted to suggest like, oh, let's have an Easter egg hunt, haha, for shits and giggles. Someone wanted to suggest that, and then we could like actually like work towards it. Or like if someone suggested like community mall, or community like hotel, or whatever, like a project that everyone can work on together, but like they all have like their own section to it. Like let's say like we wanted to make a suggestion about building a community nether hub or community spawn or even a community district, like where everyone, like there was one area had it had a specific theme and everybody had their own part in this community project. Like let's say we wanted a medieval castle city type thing, and then everybody did their own part to that project. Something kind of like that. Not like, oh, I won craftable enchanting and enchanted apples, or um I want this carry on mod, because then that eliminates vanilla almost immediately, because then everybody wants everything and that's just not fun. Yeah, exactly. That way, like, you have a lot more, like, collaboration between everybody, too. And that's kind of what was Ollie was pointing out as well, like, something, is a good example. So, Ish is, like, 1,000 players, like, um, like, civilization stuff. Kind of like where people were putting groups in a world, and they all had to live in this certain area for this certain theme, and then like kind of create nations, not where like you had like entire wars or anything where like you'd constantly like fight, but like just kind of like put them in like areas to actually like collaborate together. I think would be cool and nice, and a good way to like continue that kind of activity, because like if multiple people are working kind of like together on one big project, even though it's kind of separate projects, then like you know people make new friends, and they could actually like hang out more often, like even outside of Minecraft. Kind of like how it's a bad example because I know you and this other person don't talk anymore, but like kind of like how you based with that one person. What was his name? It was like Ghost or something. It was like cryogenic Ghost, that's what it was. But like, kind of like where you're both working together on something. And that way, like, you can be like, hey, I'm going to be on to work on the base. And, like, your buddy could also get on and work on the base and stuff. And, get to talk to each other. I don't know. Like, not literally do the issues like, players simulate civilization video where, like, you choose what you do with the other people. Not literally like that, but, like, kind of like have people forced to collaborate with other people. That way, it builds longevity of communication and collaboration. What the hell? Why? There was no need for that creeper to blow up. I don't even know why it did that. Why did it do that? That is dumb as all hell. What the fuck? I really want to know why I did that now. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, like I like Dolly's suggestion to kind of have like groups that work together, because that way, you could have people always working together. Like, the one good thing that makes Minecraft, well, I mean, obviously, I think the one thing that keeps people playing Minecraft in general is activity. That's everybody's like kind of threshold when it comes to like being able to play is activity. When they want to play on a multiplayer server, they play it because they are hoping to have like constant activity. And I feel like when you are grouped together, that chance becomes a lot more. I don't know how to word this. Like, it's a better chance to actually work with people when you're in a group. Because then at least, like, I don't remember how this went. I'm pretty sure it was like that, but I don't... Was this here? It was probably there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Um, I've forgotten what I said. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass now. Is that where the other one was? Hmm. Honestly, I like the idea of a grouping in pairs. Could also be random, so you could hang out with someone new and get to know them. Yeah, like it doesn't always have to, like, like that would be nice if like you could, I wouldn't, maybe not pairs, but like, have people just kind of, I mean, I don't know how many people would even be down to like actually put in some time to play, because like, you've got a lot of baddies members that probably won't leave baddies. Because like, obviously they've got their loyalties to Josh or whoever else is lurking around. But like it would be kind of nice to have like, I imagine like, maybe not Drake. Let's not put Drake in the equation here, because I feel like that's a recipe for someone to just be left on their own. But like, yeah, I like where you're thinking, where like people are putting in groupings, maybe not pairs, but groupings, maybe of 3 or 4, to kind of force them to meet new people that they probably haven't talked to yet. Because then, like, obviously, that creates um, a lot more activity, because y'all were, like, if you get to know each other and actually, like, are a good mix of people, like, like you, what's the word? Um, like, if y'all vibe together, then, like, you probably will play longer, because y'all will want to, like, play together more, which is kind of the main point of, like, groupings, is just to have, like, that happen. Like, if you vibe with someone enough, you'll want to play more with them. Because it kind of happened a little bit in Season 2. I didn't intentionally put them in groupings, but I think Pro, Lavender, and whoever else were in that group, like, they've never met each other online before. None of them have. But then, like, when they got to meet each other, obviously, I think they vibed pretty decently. And they were actually able to, like, hang out a lot more. They were online a lot more, because everybody was online a lot more. Like, obviously, if, like, I put you in a grouping with Drake, then then it would be different, because you guys already are friends, and maybe the other person that could have, like, that you could have met, or Drake could have met, probably wouldn't get that chance. Maybe not. Or like, let's say I put you, Drake, and some other random person in. Obviously, Drake is gonna disappear, because he is Drake. Drake's Drake, and he doesn't. He's stubborn. He's lazy. He's a bit of an asshole. He's kind of an idiot. Not even kind of. He just is an idiot. Um, and he's a curious being, or not a curious being, but he's just a creature of some shape or form. But like, if I paired all 3 of you together, then it would only just be you and that other person for a while, because like, obviously Drake's gonna disappear. He doesn't socialize well. He socializes well when he wants to. I feel like he sucks at meeting new people. And I've been, for the longest time, trying to help him out with that. but like, I don't know. I remember, like, not remember. I know when I went, and then when I wanted to start, or when I wanted to start a new server, I pushed pretty hard for a vanilla server, and then could use the socializing practice. I'm terrible at it as well. I mean, everybody is. I was saying before, COVID was like the time to get like social practice in, and that was indeed when I actually started streaming, and it actually did help a whole lot. Um, because like I actually was able to get used to it, and obviously now I'm like more extroverted than I am introverted. Like streaming during COVID when everybody was online was a great outlet for me to get used to socializing, to practice socializing, to meet new people, to actually feel comfortable putting myself out there in the world. And now I'm social enough to stand in front of a crowd of like 3,000 plus people, cheer, dance, and sing for 2 hours straight. Like that that is a whole lot different from if you knew me back in 2020, where I grew out my hair so long that it went down to like the bottom of my neck, and my hair covered my entire face to tell people to stay away from me. And I didn't want to talk to anybody. Like back then, it was bad. Because like early COVID was a perfect excuse for me to not want to do anything. Yeah. It's just like I was saying before. Um, I know when I before I started Cobbles, I was like really into the idea of starting another Atlantis, and I still don't. I I don't know whether I want to call it Atlantis Season 3 or the Aviary. I just feel like the Aviary has always just been the group and not necessarily a server. It would especially be weird if, like, you know, I had Jay's Aviary, the Discord server, and then Aviary SMP. Or maybe just the Aviary, maybe there's no SMP in it. Because, like, I feel like SMP is used a lot in servers. Like, everybody uses SMP now instead of, like, just a default, like, name. Like, Stuff and Things SMP. Why is the SMP involved? It doesn't need to be. Could just be called Stuff and Things. And then you also had, like, Hermitcraft. They don't use SMP. It's just Hermitcraft, and they call everybody hermits. Like every player they have a default name. Like, oh yeah, those are the hermits. Have you watched any hermits yet? It's like, oh yeah, have you watched any Hermitcraft any at all? Or not like, yeah, it's like, did you see that new Hermitcraft video of that hermit? Not like, oh, have you seen any Hermitcraft SMPs? Like, I don't. Yeah, exactly. Like if I named it the aviary, then all of you could be named like no, like the default I guess name for all of us would be the avians. It's perfect for that. And I don't have to add craft or SMP to it. It just could be the aviary. But I don't know. I feel like that's weird since my Discord and my Discord call specifically is called the aviary. Like my social group is literally called the aviary, just because that's what I chose it to be called. I don't know. I feel like if I called it Atlantis SP, it'd be going back to the same person that I was and not who I am now. Because I feel like Atlantis was past me. It was like the 2 seasons of Atlantis. The first one was great, and you know, I was feeling it. I was enjoying my time there. But then life got in the way and I got a little bit stressed out and I kind of took a break from streaming. And so I shut down season 1 and then I started season 2 hoping that it would be the exact same thing. And it just wasn't that. And I feel like if I started season 3, I'd be going back to that same kind of person that I'm not anymore. It does, yeah, like, yeah, it doesn't represent me. It doesn't represent anybody else. Because, like, the aviary is obviously sticks now, even though it's been a thing, I guess, since 2023, maybe 2024. I don't know, it's been a while. But, like, it represents my community just because I've made it that way. Atlantis, I don't think has ever represented any of us. Like, my social group as a whole. It's just represented itself as a server. Maybe I'm crazy. I need food. I think it represented the server. I don't know if it ever represented us as a whole. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. Let me just, send a message in the Discord. Mine just felt pretty disconnected in terms of community, but the aviary tries to bring a lot more people together. I mean, I definitely try. Obviously, I've been trying for a while. Sometimes it hasn't worked out. Sometimes it's done just fine. Um, I bring people into the aviary specifically because I like hanging out with them. There are people that I just meet along the way. Obviously, I make a lot more connections as well through the aviary. Let me start cooking the food in here. I don't know why I haven't been cooking the food in here. Actually, just leave it in there. I'm gonna go grab more of the coal. Um, it's using a lot less than I thought it would. I thought it would have been faster. Um, but yeah, like, I've definitely been trying to get more people into the aviary. Obviously, I let a lot of people into the SSS if they want to hang out with us. Like, 2 people already recently, or not 2 people, but a couple people recently have already gotten access to the SSS permanently. One of them is Ollie. Just because Ollie is a good friend of mine now, and so are some of Stash's friends. Like, I've been getting to know them a lot better and a lot easier. So obviously, if they ever need to, they have the SSS if they wanted to. And then I guess Ollie's friend as well, who I played Apex with, also has the SSS, well, on Discord now too. So if they ever wanted to again, they could. But so cause like the aviary obviously doesn't require people to be around. It's just there in case anybody does want to be around. Like especially like the SSS itself. The SSS itself is more just people that if they want to hang out, they can. Obviously, I get along with them pretty well, and I trust them enough to get along well with anybody else. Um, so I allow them on to our our little corner of the server, and like I've been doing for the past couple of days is been streaming the World Cup. Obviously, not a lot of people come over to just watch it. I actually did have Ollie watching the game earlier yesterday. The Spain versus France game. That was good. That was good fun. Um, and obviously Dreg's always hanging out there, but he never watches the game. And like they don't have to watch, but like it's there in case they want to. Stuff like that, where like it's there if you want to hang out. I'm always going to be in it if people want to hang out. If someone wants to hang out, they can always join that VC. If nobody's in it, I will probably turn up. Uh, Maybe someone else will turn up. Like, it doesn't just have to be me in there. It could be anyone. Anybody that wants to just kind of hang out with someone can join it if they want to. And I feel like that's sort of the thing that I kind of want uh this new server to be. Like, it's there. Obviously we want people to be included. We want people to um you know socialize. We want people to collaborate. We want activity. We want people to get a feel of, I guess, who we are um as a group, a social group, and just kind of vibe and hang out. And you know what, if that requires playing block game together, then that requires playing block game together. um just trying to make that make that connection, make that bridge for people to actually be able to hang out. Because like you said, you're not great at socializing. I know Drake's not great at socializing. I know a lot of people maybe aren't too great at socializing, but just having that bridge, the aviary is that bridge. It is that bridge to fill that connection that people, see, want, not see, but and I feel like having Atlantis, or not Atlantis, but having this new server, if we pointed it in that direction where people are in group pairings to keep people active, to keep people meeting new people, to keep people socializing and vibing together. If we point in that direction for this new server, then that does help in the long run. It's good for longevity when it comes to just being able to be that sort of bridge for people. Make that push to be a little bit more social than you probably would have. Because I think streaming for me was a great outlet to be more social. It's not that same outlet as it was back when everybody was online. And maybe some people feel like they don't have that the same way that I feel like I don't have that on streaming anymore. Maybe people feel like they don't have that bridge anymore, like they can't look for streaming to kind of make connections because maybe it's a lot more difficult than it was. Um, so Atlantis is there to actually be that bridge, be that outlet. Not Atlantis. I don't know why I kept saying Atlantis. I don't know. At this point, I'm just yapping, talking shit, but it's something that I feel. It's something that I will continue to feel. I want a server like that to happen. I want to have like something exactly like Atlantis season 1. Not exactly. Obviously not exactly, but like that same sort of feel where like it's just having a good time, not taking things too fast, and you've got actual like connections being made. Because Atlantis season 1 was when I made all my connections. It was the server that I met all of my best friends that I still talk to today. Maybe not as much, but they are still there, and they are still appearing from time to time. Atlantis season 1 was that for me. I mean, you're already helping brainstorming ideas, so I mean, I appreciate that just right now. Like, it's still like, incredibly nice. And like obviously it's not like, a full-fledged plan, but I think if like, obviously if I set my mind to it, I think we can get that running. I think we can get that started. Cuz like obviously Cobbles right now is still being paid for. Uh quote unquote I'm still paying for it. Um and it's still going just for those few people that might still want it. Like Val or Stash, maybe. I don't know. Stash hasn't been playing Cobbles. To be fair, Cobbles died before it started. I get that Stash probably doesn't want to play it if not too many people are playing it. Um, it does suck, but in the long run, I think I don't know. The server was suggested to be a good season. Obviously, me and Celeste were working on the spawn, making it pretty, making it good. But then, obviously, leading up to the release of the server, it kind of a little bit iffy. Um, obviously, I put a deadline on suggestions, and then Pokey gave suggestions like 24 hours after the window had closed, and then things messed up. And then obviously, well, I don't know. I don't want to. To be honest, I haven't really talked about it to really anyone but Stash, just because it kind of does indirectly affect him. But like, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it on stream. Probably not going to talk about it. It's not a great thing to talk about on stream. Um, but yeah, a lot of things happened that led up to Cobble's kind of like downfall pretty quickly, and I'm not gonna get too into it, on here. Maybe in like a private VC, but so I literally only think Stash knows about it, and maybe like one or two other people just out of rumors. But what was I gonna do? Yeah, I literally just said on the Discord, I'm probably gonna pay for Cobbles for at least another month. Because if Cobbles Season 3 ever does happen, obviously there's gonna be a lot different. And obviously we're gonna learn from the mistakes that we made this time. But if I'm keeping it up specifically so Val can try to make that final push for um for that shiny charm. Because if Val gets that shiny charm and she shows proof of concept of shiny charm, then I actually will just give her a guaranteed shiny starter for season 3 if it ever happens. If and when it ever happens. Because I mean, she has been grinding and it's been respectable, honestly. Because like nobody else has been playing but maybe Stash. That iron golem can climb. I was not expecting that. I thought it was stuck. I guess it wasn't. I don't know. Like I said before, I haven't really been enjoying streaming, but I've also kind of been enjoying working more than anything. I don't know. There are some days, especially I guess today, where I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to work. I want to play Ark. Cause like tomorrow, obviously since I work at the zoo, there's a lot that goes on. There's a lot that is unexpected. There's a lot that is pretty expected. So tomorrow, I'm going to be working at the zoo's carousel, which is a pretty lame and boring job, if you ask me. I all I do that entire day is I push a button and well, I take money, I take cash or credit card or whatever else they have, and they get on the carousel. I push a button and then I watch that thing spin around for 2 minutes, and it's about as far as it goes. There's nothing really interesting that happens throughout that day, specifically. I don't know. It gets pretty boring, especially when there's like nothing happening, because like then I'm not. Then I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like I feel like I'm kind of like just getting paid to do nothing, and I don't like that. Like obviously, if I got paid to just sit on my ass all day, that'd be awesome. But like I need movement. I need to be doing something to feel like I'm I don't know. I just feel like obviously it's my ADHD and I need to be able to move. I need to be able to fidget. I need to be able to actually do something to keep my mind busy or I go crazy. It's kind of like what is that thing called when like zoo animals like they get bored, they don't have enough enrichment, they don't have enough like um they don't have enough like entertainment, so like they get bored and they start pacing. I can't remember what that's called. But like that's me whenever I'm not doing anything at work. Like I feel it's like zoochosis, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's zoochosis. It's like that's what I feel. When all I do is start pacing and I don't know what to do. I get bored and I feel like I need to do something. So tomorrow tomorrow I'm probably gonna try to get a couple of my classes done for training at the zoo. Maybe that before the game starts, because I know England and Argentina's game starts as I'm working, dude. Like, it's going on while I work, which is kind of annoying. But I'm gonna try to watch it as best as I can. Because I kind of hope that England win. I don't want England to win, obviously, but I kind of hope England wins, just in very case that, um, if Spain wins, I get to rub it in all my British friends' faces, because fuck yeah, and fuck them. I don't know. Yeah, it's just the toxic side of me. Maybe I'm crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. Rats. The rats made me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. I take this stuff. Put it all in here. Yeah. I do think, because I know I asked you to make, like, overlays and stuff. I think if, I don't know exactly what I would even, design for overlays. Um, like, I don't know how I would design the overlays for this server. I know you probably could figure it out, but I think if the server was gonna be called anything, I do think that I want it to be called the Aviary. Maybe not the Aviary SMP, maybe not the Aviary Craft, or maybe not like Minecraft Aviary or whatever. Um, Aviary Craft? I don't know. It's just stupid to me. Um, Avian Craft? It sounds a little bit better, but still kind of eh. I think if anything, Craft Avia. It's just terrible. Shit's ass, bro. But yeah, I think I just probably would want it to be called the Aviary. Just because it it is pretty much it is me now. It's not Atlantis me. It represents me, it represents my community, it represents um well, I would like it to represent togetherness. I feel like we're still trying to get there in terms of everything, but like, you know, we actively seek just community and good community, not necessarily like, you know, specifically Minecraft. Obviously, we had a whole thing for Drake's birthday. That was awesome. I loved that. I loved that we could do that for Drake. Like, I know he's not a social person, and I know not in a billion years would he ever actually get that in real life. But I am so fucking proud of being able to get everybody together just to do that for Drake. Because like he doesn't have friends in real life. He doesn't get to have that kind of like, you know, birthday party experience. I fucking loved that we could do that. Like that was just incredible. Like to be able to do that for someone. Kept Drake company while you read it. Yeah, and you know, obviously Drake is your bestie, and you know, y'all actually do enjoy hanging out with each other. Just not every single day, because obviously y'all want to break from each other. I get it. I want to break from him every single day, but like, obviously, yeah, not everybody was there immediately, and I know I wasn't doing any favors by playing Apex. But like I just love the fact that like, you know, Stash brought his whole posse over just to hang out with Drake and play Mecha Chameleon on his birthday. I'm glad that we were able to do that. I'm glad that like there was a lot of people like at the start of it, and that there were consistently people like throughout the end of it. I'm glad that Drake got to have that, because he doesn't get to have that a lot. Like, you know, you see him as like, you know, someone that just wants to be left alone, but like I know him. I've known him for fucking 10 years, dude. Not 10 years. 10 years. No, not 10 years. Jesus. What? 8 years? 8 years. No, not even that. I don't know. I've known him for a long time. I think I've known him for 8 years. It might have been 8 years. But like, you know, obviously he's his own person and he likes to be antisocial a lot, but like he also doesn't want to be antisocial. He told me once that like he wants to be more social, but he doesn't know how, and he actually weirdly, it was very weird, but he asked me to help him out with that, and like I still remember that. I don't know if it's changed now, but like I remember him actually coming to me one day and just like, hey, can you help me be more social? I'm like, this is not you, but okay. Like it's just like that is what I want for the aviary, being able to just, you know, be there, be that bridge to help people, you know, be more social, to make people feel more important than they might feel on a daily basis. Because, you know, Drake obviously only hangs out with you half the time, only hangs out with me the other half the time. And then, like, you know, the other half of the time he's by himself. And, you know, like, he doesn't really get to have a whole lot of friends. He doesn't know how to have a whole lot of friends. But like just the fact that he was like, "Hey, I want to do something for my birthday. Can you get like a bunch of like people to like play Mecha Chameleon?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, dude. Let's do this for you." Like, I know I give you a lot of shit, but like this is something that like, you know, obviously you care about a whole lot to actually ask me for help. and I'm gonna be there, even though I do give you a lot of shit, and you know, you're fucking annoying and you piss me off most days, but you're still my friend. Now, I wouldn't give him the world. I don't know if he deserves the world. Let's be real here. Let's be reasonable. Just kidding. But like, not at the same time. He still deserves some level of bullying. Just because, you know, he's Drake. But like, it just things like that is just makes it, you know, just makes it so much cooler just to have like a community that can be able to do that. I liked that the aviary was able to do that for Drake. I liked Blazing Drake is why the heart still beats. I don't know about that. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And I want to be able to do that, be able to, you know, be there for the people that may not feel like they feel that. May not be able to have the same opportunity. Kind of like Drake. Let's all help people out like Drake. Lonely ass motherfucker doesn't know how to survive in the world. Probably gonna live on the streets, but we still help him out. It's charitable. It's charity work. I should do something like that for my birthday. Uh, I really rather not. Like, so for real, for real. Honestly, you know what I'm probably gonna do for my birthday? Work, and then go to a CFC game after. Like, deadass. There is actually a CFC game happening on my birthday. I'm probably just gonna go to that. Just, I haven't celebrated my birthday in fucking years, dude. I really don't care about it. I don't, my birthday gives me PTSD. I didn't say UFC, I said CFC. My birthday gives me PTSD because of the things that happened on my birthday. Haha. Same shit? No, it's not. It is absolutely not. Ah, fuck, I fell in with a sheep. At least it was a soft landing. No, not that. I don't think you, did you ever, I don't think you know what happened to me on my birthday. Huh, that's funny. I know Drake knows. I mean, kind of. I don't think he remembers. I don't think he paid attention. I don't think I told him the full story. To be fair, I was kind of joking about it. Because it was just, you know, painful humor to ease the real tears. Just kidding. Kind of. Maybe. I'm running around in circles again. I really, like, I have materials in my inventory, but I don't know what to do with the things that I don't know what to do. I want to build, because, like, this isn't my realm. Obviously, this is Ollie's and his friend's world. I just happened to be invited to it. And I feel bad, because, like, this other guy didn't, you know, wasn't aware. I just happened to be there one day. Or, actually, I just happened to be there yesterday. Because Ollie invited me. I'm like, heck yeah. I felt awkward. So I feel weird, like, I feel weird if I built something here, but... Because, like, it's not my world. I just kind of chill here. Honestly, I kind of just streamed just to yap. Because, like, obviously I haven't streamed a very long time. If you disregard, like, the community streams that I've done, or, like, the one Apex stream that I did. But, like, I actually, like, haven't sat down and actually streamed and chatted with real... Not real people, but, like, I'm not with someone, like, in a VC or anything right now, so, like... I thought... and because I couldn't sleep either, even though I worked today. I was like, you know what? Why not? Cause like I'm not doing anything. I'm not tired. Um, I'm not with anyone, so I'm not distracted and not just talking, sitting down and talking and yapping and whatever. I don't know. I feel like I feel like my streams are boring, and that's maybe just me. Maybe it is just me. Maybe people actually want to see gameplay. Maybe people actually like yapping. Maybe people don't like me yapping. Maybe people want me to shut the fuck up. You never know. Um, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to watch someone jump around and talk. But maybe that's just me. I mean, I would absolutely love to see someone yap, but I would actually like to see someone yap and also do something. But I can't do both. But like at the same time, I also just don't want to do like a just chatting stream, if you know what I mean. Like I don't want to just like I don't want to set the category to just chat because I feel like if I set it to just chat, just chatting, I'm gonna get a lot more of a different audience than I normally would. If that makes sense. Like if I'm streaming Minecraft, even if I'm not doing anything, I still pull in a the what is it? I still pull in people that, are that relate to I guess the things that I stream. If I stream just chatting, then I end up pulling in a lot of more people that like probably don't even relate to me at all. That's fair. Yeah, I was before you joined, I was saying earlier, my best friend in like the entire world, my my bestie, who I will forever be grateful and for is Space Ghosty, aka Lynn. Um, of course she's Australian, so she has to be across the entire fucking world, but you know. But I was saying earlier how like when I first started streaming, she was the one person that I hung out almost every single day. I'd wake up at, you know, sometimes 5 a.m., maybe 7 a.m. 5 to 7 is like kind of like the time that I'd wake up. I'd wake up then and I'd try to catch Lynn, to talk to her, hang out with her before she went to bed or I had to go to school. And then obviously go to school and then not go to bed um until like 3 just to hang out with her more, just to hang out and chat with her more cuz like all we would do, literally all we would do is sit down with like a sit command and then just chat, yap and talk about literally anything that we happen to talk about that day. Like we could go on and on and on about just anything. And most of it might have been like, deep and personal stuff and some of it maybe it was like more streaming and content wise, or maybe it was Minecraft wise, or maybe it was just random shit, random bullshit go. And just being able to do that was incredible. Being able to actually find someone to just yap to almost every single day. I mean, I still talk to her to this day, but not as much just because, I mean, we're obviously, she's 12 hours, 12-hour difference. She's literally on the opposite end of the world. Um, and she's got her own life, and I've got my own separate life. And, that's okay, because, like, we still sometimes find the time just to chat, even if it's just for a little bit. She was there just recently when I needed her most, and I'm glad that she is. And honestly, it's just great to have someone just to be able to rely on. Because, like, yeah, Pokey's great too. Don't get me wrong, he's a great Australian, but I mean, as we already know, he's going through his own stuff, and he can't always be there. I mean, obviously, Lynn isn't always there either, but I feel like she definitely is there when I need her. I can just yap to her and talk to her and relate. Relate to life and life struggles and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here, I'm gonna do something because I do feel like I need to talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just do something real quick.